Which expression has the least value? Okay, I'm going to have to work each one of these out to figure out which one has the least value. But before I do that, I just want to look at what operations I need to do. I'm looking, and it seems like these two are going to be dividing, and these two are going to be multiplying. And I'm also noticing that I'm going to use the power of 10. And what the power of 10 is, anything times 1 is that number. So I'm looking at all of these as 1. And then my power of 10 is the zeros. It's going to make my number bigger or smaller according to my operation. So now that I know I'm working with the powers of 10, I'm going to work each one out and see which one is the least value. So here we go. Okay, so on the first one it says 875,620. And I know that this symbol means to divide. So I'm going to divide my number. And that tells me that my number is going to get smaller. And it's going to get smaller by 1,000 because I'm dividing by 1,000. So I don't want to get confused because my number is going to get smaller, but my decimal is going to move to the left. So I don't see my decimal in the number, so I know it automatically goes after the 1 spot there. So now all I'm going to do is move my decimal 3 times for 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Even though my decimal moved to the left, my number moved to the right, and it made my number smaller. Now it's 875 and 62 hundredths or 620 thousandths. Either way, it's the same thing. So I'm going to write it up at the top as a reference and do the next one. Okay, so here's the next one. I'm dividing. My number is going to get smaller, and I'm dividing by 100. Again, I don't see my decimal, so I know it goes right here automatically. Now, I'm going to divide by 100, and my number is getting smaller. My decimal is going to move to the left, but my number is moving to the right to get smaller. So my new answer is 435 and 72 hundredths. I'm going to write it at the top for a reference and work out the next one. All right, I wrote down my next one. And I know that this symbol right here means the power of. So I did the exponent of 3 here. So I'm going to multiply. My number is going to get bigger. And my number is going to get bigger by the power of 3. So I'm going to rewrite it here. And now I'm going to move my decimal 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Add my zeros and my decimal. I'm going to rewrite my answer nice and neat. So it's 2,700. I'm going to write it up top for a reference and then work the next one. Okay, here's the last one. So this is 9 8/10 multiply by 10 to the exponent of 2. 10 to the power of 2 or 10 squared. So my number's getting bigger. And I'm going to rewrite it here. I'm going to move my decimal 2 times. 1, 2. Add my placeholder 0. Now I'm going to rewrite my number nice and neat so I can read it better. And my answer is 980. I'm going to rewrite it at the top for a reference. Okay, now that I've rewrote everything, I can answer my question. So which expression has the least value? So I'm looking, and it looks like this one. 435 and 72 hundredths is the least value. And that is my final answer.